You know, this month will be the 7th year I played Celtic Heroes. Time really flies. I can't believe I'm at this point now. But what I did was I got some chargers just to boot up my old iPod and grab my 4,000-ish pictures off of it. Now, I only got my pictures from 2012 to 2014 because, ironically, I lost my 2011 pictures because Moldar said if you factory reset your iPod, it'll make it work for the new update. And I was like, well, it's a big loss, but I want to try this new update. And I did, it didn't work. Figures. Well, at least we got this. So, this first picture is me glitched out of the arena. And you can see it looks really bad in quality. But, you know, it was real far back in the day, 2012. Basically, when the arena was first released, if you look at the bottom right corner, there's a lag counter that measured in milliseconds, which is really useful. And I wish we still had that today. Alright, so let's keep rolling. Here's an auto druid. More common back then than you'd think, but it's a real good build. Deal Father, Old Furyion, Old Ymir, Deadroot, he's been removed. The Quartz Shop, what the Earthstone icon used to look like. Crystal Seer, Old Luck Shop and Old Inventory. You see the inventory is a lot more scrunched up. The Super Growth Charm and the Super Growth Potion combined. The PvP glitch that still works. Some random training dummies that used to be there. PvP. Now I love Castle 2. It's just the best castle. Poison Wisp. Somebody glitching out of the area. Now look at this picture. See at the top left how bad that fire looks? I love it. Me merching back then? Void Trident being OP. Winter Warmer. I used to have one of those and I don't know where it went, and I'm still looking for it. I know I have it. It's a great unsolved mystery. Trade West pending. Yeah, they didn't have that before. Yuletide Sled, 40%. Me soloing a Defector. Ruby Skull pendants back then were really good because there wasn't really that many choices for a charm slot. A balloon, they don't work anymore, they just hover in one spot. Balloons used to fly up for a long time. Void Reaper, some invisible guy, the old broom icon, the Wraith Charm Shop, old Dust Wither, the famous picture, 1000 damage, me stomping on somebody's skull, PvP, the quartz off, the quiver offhand trick. You know, it's pretty funny because it would actually give you range on your attacks. And you would do it by equipping a bow, and you would drop the bow when you have a quiver equipped, and you keep the quiver in your offhand. Old area, looks really weird. Pathfinder, Fury, me glitching out of bounds again. Castle 2 had a lot of spots you could walk through if you went at the right angle. And I would always use it to exploit PvP and win. It was a fun time. The Tempest Spirit, that doesn't spawn anymore. It's not a legacy or anything. 2012 Yule event, you kill it, you get wands. Like I got staff bolts. And me doing 999 with an ice shard, that was a lot back then because that was before they reworked the skills. Bad graphic, another Wraith, the old character select screen, rare enemy, Valgrin, Castle, Stave of Storms, Taxman, Snowstorm Spirits. They would drop snowballs or Really rarely the hat or 0% cloud. Old alt books, PvP. Now if you look in the background of this picture, you see that purple unicorn? Well, that was a really, really rare enemy. I think it was called like Crystal Horn or Crystal Hoof or something like that. And you needed its drop for a meteoric part. I remember having to get a ruby one for my Ranger Meteor Cat. I haven't seen one in years. Old Fury, Paymaster, Gold Enemy. How skill books used to look. Me buying a ring for 10 and selling it for 15. Old Otherworld. Old load screen. Defector quest for 1 super combo. Spirit. Gatewatcher. Wanda Hollows. More Otherworld. The Diamond Guy. Goldeneye. 90 Fury. Me killing a random enemy and getting a rare bow. I've never seen one again. 100 Bonehead. Old Rock Belly. I liked how he was all red. Definitely a lot more interesting than the one now. The old skill effect. If you cast a buff or debuff, it would show the icon, and it would also shoot an aura out. Like, see, just a lure fire and a red aura. I thought it was really cool. I liked it a lot better than now with nothing. Old Otherworld. Large Throat. Fellfire. Now here's an interesting one. With Dark Shadow, Dusk Shadow, and Spirit Shadow, back then, you had to kill these really hard bosses for dailies in order to work for the parts. It's a lot easier nowadays, trust me. Cloud. Me finally getting a Tempest Staff. The drop rate of them was so low. Shivercow's old spawn and me posing with him. It was funny that they put him there, because he would just murder all the noobs. It was pretty funny to watch. How Dark Flame used to look. Dominator. Firestorm being OP back then. Then they finally added the new areas. Now I say new because they're kind of new to me, but Fingal's Cave, the sewers, and both parts used to be one part, and Caramore Tunnels. Then they added Flint Armor and took away Diamond and Quartz. Boss has got Chaos Aura now, and they had these chests to sell. Heroic Elixirs didn't have the glowy effect on them before. Me selling a Silver Orb of Energy for Overshop? I got so lucky there I could never do it again. Me going crazy over all this new awesome gear. You know, back then, seeing that upgrade, it was unbelievable. And then they added the new skills like Ice Blast, Ice Attune, Fire Attune, and all that. And I was the first guy to pick up Ice Blast. I was like, I have to have it, because I loved ice. Even though I had to play fire back then, because there was 2 fire skills and 1 ice. Now there's 2 and 2, and I was happy to get it. And it was OP back then. You can see I got in 3rd place just because I had it. And look at that. Back then, Ice Blast did like 33% more damage or something crazy like that, or maybe it was 20. But it did more when it was first released. And I just proceeded to demolish everything. And I got 1st place for a mage hit on Lug. That early. Red Bane. Me getting Ice Attunement. The old Game Center achievements that would spam you every once in a while. I hated them, but it was kind of funny when you put on like an eagle helmet and it would give you like Birdman achievement or something like that. Yeah, like there's another one, skillful. Ice Blast being useful for killing everything. And also, if you look at the bottom, they added the lock symbol and the stars. You don't see those in the earlier pictures. Gold bones. Back then, you used to hold two-handed weapons with one hand. It made you look a lot more badass. Because, you know, it's not hard to hold something with two hands, but when you're holding a 150-pound hammer with one hand, that's manly. Soul Walker. The old heart-shaped trick you could do with two sleds. How chests used to look. Essence Blade. Me merching chests. I used to buy them all for $2 each, flip them for $3. Dead Big Guy. Invincible. Old warrior icons. Rupture looks pretty funny. The first time I had 1,000,000 gold. OP Fury. 11111. And if you look at those numbers, I don't get why the 6 has to be high, but it is. Frozen guys. The forum's old look, it being light blue. Morty. Well, I have to throw the chicken in there for curry. Concept art for Dragon Staff. Superior Sentinel Spear. I'm always looking for one, I can't find it. More aura. Me on the dock. -5 attribute points. I don't know how that happened. My old PvP warrior. The old login screen. 2 swords. How party crowns used to look. Present. Party hat guy. Or party crown. Sorry, I always get those two confused. Now, what he did was he'd give you the quest for the red crown. Then he'd give you a repeatable quest after that for pink plus. So red crowns are actually pretty rare. Ironically. And the black ones you got from killing black crown enemies really, really rarely. They can even come in sparkling. Similar concept to the black party hat enemies before. Sparkling cake. Pink crown. Old charm. Small guy. War torch main hands. I used to love that. They did like 4 heat damage and 2000 attack speed, and they're considered blunt, so they can use rupture. It was like an OP cruel knife for warriors, but they turned it into a quest item, so it's useless now. White crown. Grassman with the snowman combo. That's why I still use it sometimes in his honor. The wraith with hair. I don't know how that glitch happened, but it looks pretty funny. Green President, Dragon Stabs, Beltane finally coming in. The old update screen looks awesome. Shop. Me being the first one lugged to have a Celestial Dragon Staff. The new loot. Ancient Dragon Staff over there. The old flamethrower effect, it was amazing. I don't know what that is. The old fairies for the quest. Old Beltane mages you kill for the scrolls or stabs. This big fairy queen for one of the quests. And back then, if you played an instrument for somebody on a mount, it would glitch out. But for dragon stabs, it would make you dance with it like a cane. More fire, gem root, me burning stuff, fire, double plat. Me flipping these chests now. Charm. Me buying a purple party hat for 12 grand. Back then, fashion was worth like nothing. The old message. Sonic Sunclaw. Gortusk being red. Spicy cake. Ew. Lazarus the Insane. That was the last one I killed of the Spirit Shadow people. Because he was so hard, I just never finished the quest. Ancient Kite Shield. The 5-star dragons would fly and the 6-star ones would sit. The old Summer 13 bears. Another guy looks just like me. 122. Brooms of Doom actually being like a blunt weapon, and you would actually swing them at people. Now they just refuse to work. Also, you can see in the right corner that there's balloons there to pick up. Firebrand, Wise Root, Fury again. I'm not gonna try and pronounce that, but it's a rare enemy. Snowman, Fury again, character select. Another questline guy. Sunpaw. Aggie. And you know, when you see Aggie on Lug back then, there would be like 50 people that showed up because we dice for it. And then you'd all go to the tavern afterwards and dice. It was a pretty cool system we had. I don't remember what I won, but I won something. Farming pirates, how Spearhorn looked, this weird morph thingy I did somehow. 150. How fire used to look, a lot better. Well, no, it doesn't look better. I just like it more because it's bigger. Old Vrungner, 150 Fury. Me being amazed by Aura. The old fountain glitch and me finding the present under it. Bloodfang, you know, the old wolf boss from 2011 was still a rare spawn. I had an ancient Warblade one time, which is an offhand ancient Langsax, but I sold it. So, one of the iconic Fury looks. Me being super lucky, because Fury luck existed back then. What Iron Spike got turned into, Gore-Tusk, Red Bane, Yellow Orb of Frost Weaving, Otherworld Harbinger, another rare enemy. 160, Steel Fang. That was the other 150 bear, but it's a 6-star instead, and it would drop higher tier helmets. So I'd always look for this, because the whole event I wanted a nice bear helmet. Some guy glitching out, Shivercow's new spawn, some weird zombie guy. The old glitch where if you took off a mount sometimes it would just hang a little bit. Fury again. Adamant used to glow really big. And you can see there especially. Somebody getting the Godly Pierce helmet and then me buying it for 50 grand. So lucky. Me winning the Royal Sunfire helmet with a 97. The other guy was so pissed. It was pretty funny. But it looks real nice and it's pretty good too. Both of the bosses in one. Carpets. You can make Mount Traders dance if you cast a thing on them. 1 armor Charstone. Fury. The aura again, but blue. 170. Fire breath effect looking even better. 2 ranger guys. Snorri. More aura. The first time I hit 10 million. Super growth and the super growth potion. How big it made you. Pathfinder boss. The old fire effect, which looked a lot better. Prong. The old way to train warding. Me buying a cloud hat. Concept art. Caramore wall glitches. Castle being crowded. Reapers being held with one hand. The old shop. The Witchfinders, you know, most useless bosses ever. The old effect. Broom. And the old effects looked a lot better for Ensorcelled and the Felspine. Huntsman. Bat Boss. Me merching. Godly Reaper. Imperial Sunfire Helms, Imperial Bear Helms, and Godly's sparkling a lot bigger than before. One-handed instruments. You see that dagger sticking in his neck. Me on the chest trade again. Necro. 180. Me being top of lug again. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Me trading rings. Skewer point. A bunch of 500k dragon stabs. White huntsman mask. Me trading that for that. Buying more, buying more, buying more. Having a ton, buying a Reaper ring. Trade, 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 trade. Glitch. Proof. Bunch of carpets. Arena wars. Oh yeah, when you lost health back then, your bar would go red, and when you gained it would go green, but it was a pretty cool effect. Back when I used to use the sacrifice skull. Real cheap chests. Double trident. I made a lot of good deals back then. Gem hoarder. Me selling that same hat for 50. A raged king. The old mythic staff. That guy got banned though. And look, I have 1,349 chests. Come on, like, how? I bought and sold so many. I mean, I still can't believe I got that lucky. And the Bard's loot and Minstrel's loot used to be one-handed, so any offhands you used, their effect would show up. Oh yeah, that glitch. Back then, shop offhands, their textures were messed up and it would just show a solid color. That was pretty funny. Me and my 2 carpets. The old Godly and Imperial pitchfork having that glow effect. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got that real cheap, didn't I? 8 million and 180. Glitch with adamant. Oh yeah, this glitch. If you showed more than 10 million and you had to type in the number to do this, the slider would glitch out and just randomly go anywhere on the screen. Like, as you can see here, it went below 0. Just because it didn't know how to display it. Back then when those grave ammies were the best thing for a DPS mage, it only gave like 40 focus, but there wasn't Lux ammies back then that gave stats really. The old Storm Skimmer effect, the old dragon. And then I finally got that and I was like, whoa! It's amazing. I used that for a long time, I used that forever. Snowbound Candy Cane actually being snowbound. Ice Golem, Ice Bear. And that's a 60 damage ring I'm trading. Snowman and me throwing a pumpkin. Another snowman. Cool action shot. Me getting a frost helm. Snowbound Candy Cane on a low level. Because it used to have no level requirement before. We had to trade gear around a lot because it was hard to complete the quest for the bound armor. But it was so good, so we wanted it. And you can see I'm miles above everyone else right now. Buying stuff. Clan screen looked weird too. Another growth thing. Fury luck existed back then too. People trying to fight me on the forums. What a surprise. But people love to do this to me. And I love to prove my point too. Back when they tried to send me Morty plans, but I was like, you know, these skills you're trying to give me, that's a pretty bad idea, so I pretty much ignored what they said and just used freeze. Because, I mean, come on, frostbite? What were they thinking? But yeah, we won that one. That's a really cool shot there. Me being super rich with 14 million. 10 grand ice shard. Opening the old Yule gifts and getting a jewel box. But yeah, being 11th in all worlds. First Morty kill, and how many people were there? Then my friend won, and I bought the bracelet off him for 1 million. Gold worm, 185. Wanda Hollow's Mule Staff. Part of the old Stonevale map. As you can see, there was a southern road and all that. The old trick where you can throw up a non-trade item and it would say that message. Me winning a Rungner helmet with 1 because no other mage was there and I didn't know. That was a pretty great moment. Me being 190. And look, I was powerful and rich. Good combo. And I had pretty good gear for back then. Because there wasn't really that many choices. And then I hit my record with that bracelet. And I held the all-world record for about a whole year. I didn't even really try after that. So I guess I did something right. Support saying that I couldn't refund something. I don't really remember what. Oh yeah, I remember now. I tried to trade like a black Sultan Scarpet for a white Sultan Scarpet because I heard people used to do that back in the day, and they dissed me. One of the few times you'll ever see me wearing Dragon Lord, a mental attack evasion charm. I have no idea what that would do. I looked at taunt though, and it said mental attack evasion, so I'm really confused. The Wanda Hollows in a fight with them. The big pumpkins, me getting a mount, killing one of the small event enemies, because somebody was like, yo Fury, can you come to this clan meeting? And it was like this really small clan. I was like, yeah, sure, and I killed one of them along the way, and I got 5% mount, and I was like, whoa, okay, I'll take it. Let's see, more chests. Yeah, I get all the deals. Dark Flame, Solstice. Me buying that other shop sale. Me selling it for 80 grand more. Broom of Doom. Some weird guy. Man, that's a lot of wisdoms. Gloom Gaze over there. The 1000 presents for the diadem. Android stress test. Clouds. Best mount ever. My brother's entry for the Shaman mount contest, I think. But yeah, he drew that himself. It looks pretty neat. I'd vote for him. Ruby Skull. And then look at this. This is the worst part. It doesn't look good anymore. This is when they started pushing iPod 4 people out, and that was really sad. I mean, look at how low quality this guy's face looks. And those potions are like fuzzy and scrolls, and some of the icons look good, but some don't. It was just really laggy, and I would sit there and try and log in for like 20 minutes to just spend 2 minutes with my friends. I don't like to think about those times, but yeah, I love that picture. And that's all the good pictures I had from the past. And I think it's nice that I was able to share it with you guys, because I love this game, and I know people are wondering about the past, and Well, the past wasn't all that great. It was great because we had friends and we made the whole thing great as a community. Well, there's not much more I can say, but I hope you like taking a walk down memory lane.